Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am John Van Ree. We are here at the RaceKraft Simulations V8 Vets Split 4 broadcast for round 8 from the one and only Hermanos Rodríguez circuit from Mexico City. With me in the Chook Raffle tonight in the caller's room, I have Mark Dial and, of course, Michael Hayes. How are we, gentlemen?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Yeah, good, thanks, mate.
And, of course, this place is an absolute epic circuit. But before we go and have a look at the track and stuff, let's have a look at where we are after championship standings. So after round 7s with 2 drop rounds, Steve Williams from DPR is leading the series on 885 points. He is just ahead of Abel Verban, Of course, Steve not racing tonight, so there's a big chance there's an opportunity there. Sean Slater is sitting in P3. Simon Black is looking after his mum tonight, so he's not racing either. And, of course, he's sitting in P4. P5 is Peter Kelly from VGA. Peter Wilkinson from Locked On Lads is in 6th. 7th is Unhinged Yusuf Korafides. His teammate and team boss, Michael Hayes, sits in 8th in the championship. Carl Pickering from Pico Industries in 9th, and Pete Morris rounding out the top 10 for Fishy Motorsports. So the competition is very, very tight still. Of course, we only have 3 rounds to go tonight, plus another 2. And I think this championship is well and truly open. And of course, as I said, we're at the Herman Rodriguez circuit in Mexico City at an altitude of 2,200 metres. So for Australians, to put that in perspective, we are literally on top of Mount Kosciuszko. That is, a very high altitude. So put it into perspective, we want to bring this back to Ford versus GM. This is even worse than Bathurst, so expect those in the Fords to be screaming parity tonight. Absolutely 120%. Seems they were blaming it was the altitude was the issue at Bathurst. Not buying into that battle and conversation. We'll move on. We start, of course, on the start-finish straight, way up at the top end of the Recta Principale, one of the longest straights in motorsport. We head all the way down to the Molassa Solana S's, where we go through turns 1, 2, and 3. Plenty of action in there. It is going to be the main overtaking point, and it is definitely going to be very, very interesting through there. We then come down into the Recta Trancera, and this is where the course gets a little bit crazy, where we adopt the NASCAR circuit, or the Nationale circuit, where we take turn 4 instead of heading further down into the first stadium complex on the circuit. We take turn 4, and of course we then go through the S's through 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, where we come out to the Recta dell'Ovola. And of course we then head into the Fora Sola, into what is known as the stadium complex of corners. It is a massive baseball stadium in there, and it is very impressive as we drive through the stadium, come out through turn 14 into the Perotada and off into 15 and back through the start finish straight. As I said before, we are running the Nationale circuit tonight, not the GP circuit. So Nationale circuit, of course, is what's used for NASCAR. So expect the boys to be using the NASCAR lines, i.e. they will be driving way off the track in places at times. It is a very interesting circuit. And let's do our flyby, of course. Captain Wilson's been busy again. Unfortunately, with the shutdown in the States, Captain Wilson's had to go find himself some other activities to go and do, and he's actually flying the great DC-3 for the cartel. As you can see, it's a very low pass, not his usual altitude. As you can see, coming down here into the start-finish line over the main grandstand, you can see the small oval complex coming out the back of the S's over there on the right. And, of course, the DC-3, what a classic aeroplane. I've actually been lucky enough to sit in the cockpit and go for a fly in one of those things. They are absolutely an amazing grand old girl. Absolute pure vintage of travel. Hang on. What's Captain Wilson doing now? I didn't realise he had his body cam on. Hang on, what's this white powder stuff? That ain't my sandbags. My sandbags aren't that white. Or were they last night? Just be grateful the shutdown's finished. We might see Captain Wilson back next week. I'm not sure if we will or we won't. But a huge shout out to Will Wilson anyway for putting together another great flyby. Absolutely love it. And with time, I guess we better have a look at the grid. We'll keep this rolling along. I know everyone is here to watch the racing. I know there's a few people out there in Split 1 land that are a bit confused, thinking this is a Split 1 broadcast because theirs didn't happen last night. So Split 4, number 1 again, leading the championship. And We continue on. Let's have a look at the grid. We'll pop that up. And, of course, Marty Hughes from Pacific Esports has put it on pole. Poor old Marty having a shocking season. He's won 2 races, and I think he's got 3 races where he's got 0 points for various reasons. He's having a shocker. But the bloke lining up alongside him on the front row is Rob Baxter from CX2 Reality Racing. The Baxter on the front row. That is something that we haven't seen before, and looking forward to see how this goes. Even Pete hasn't been on the front row, I don't think. We move into the second row where we've got Abel Verban, the man who is second in the championship. And, of course, the championship leader in Steve Williams is not racing, so this is a great opportunity for Abel here to get a bag full of points if he can keep holding on to that position. He shares the second row, of course, with the use of Corafides from Unhinged Sim Sports. We then go on to the third row, and Robbie Williams from Player One Racing has definitely entertained us, getting himself his first qualifying position in the top 10. Sitting on the third row, and he lines up alongside Michael Powell from Southern Cross Racing. So a big shout out to the Southern Cross Racing fans, one of your boys on the third row. And then on the fourth row is Peter Wilson from Locked On Racing. The TikTok phenomenon himself will be very chuffed with that one. Expect plenty of social media to come out during the week on his position. He shares, of course, the fourth row with Darren Freer from W2 Motorsport. The Leighton Larrikin himself has got himself in the top 10. On the fifth row is Joseph Granshaw from Unhinged Sim Sport, and he lines up alongside Ashley Hall from Quantum Racing. Great result from Ash, getting himself into the top 10. We then jump into the 5th. Into the sixth row, we jump into Darren Walden from Angry Birds Racing, who lines up alongside KO himself, Kevin O'Neill from We Race. As we go over the page, and over the page, we've got Dougie Wright from Old Mate's Son sitting on the 7th row alongside Carl Pickering from Pico Industries. On the 8th row, we've got Michael Hayes from Unhinged Sim Sports lining up alongside David Baldock from WKMP. What were your thoughts about that one, Hazy?
Figured I'd drop back in the field a bit and see where Dave normally qualifies to get a bit of a feel for what the track looks like back this far back.
Yeah, I just would have been nervous with a straight this long, just getting down that straight beside him. Anyway, we'll look at that one a bit later as we keep heading down into the start of this race. And then we move on to the 9th row with Kurt Heat from Apex Esports. And he lines up alongside David Logsdale from Team AJR. I think that might be David's best qualifying position. I think it's absolute cracking from him to be there. On the 10th row is some Muppet from WKMP lining up alongside Braden O'Loughlin from Frog Leap Juiced Racing. On the 11th row is Pete Morris from Fishy Motorsports, all the way back alongside the other championship contender from HJR Team Jinx Shifter, Sean Slater. So 2 bigger names all the way down the back on the 11th row. On the 12th row is Darren Vermey from 1MLT lining up alongside Anthony Rivett from SLS Racing. And then over the page on the 13th row is Simon Pitt from Southern Cross Racing lining up alongside Greg Sholton from Mustang North Queensland. On the 14th row is Vaughan Robinson from Southern Cross Racing lining up alongside Timmy Vermey. And then, of course, we go on to the 15th row where Brendan McLean lines up alongside Darren Friend from Old Mates and Sons. So Friendy a bit further back than usually where we see him. So a bit of a shake-up here. Daryl Harvey from Unhinged is sitting in 31st. Jamie Dyke, of course, is usually our safety car driver over the last couple of weeks, but Jamie tonight is actually the number 2 in the steward's room, and he's in there with Dave Coleman, of course. No introductions for Dave Coleman. And then we had a brand new safety car driver tonight in Paul Warwick. Patch himself from Fishy Motorsports, a man making a comeback next season for season 26. So if you haven't got your entries in, make sure you get it in, because that waiting list is getting very large, and if you don't get your entry in by the 20th, you could be in trouble. Bruce Galloway didn't set a start time. Phil Whiteman didn't set a start time either. So that is the grid, boys. It is
an interesting one.
Oh, looking forward to this one. I think this is going to be an absolute cracker of a race. Any thoughts on it, Michael, on the grid?
Yeah, a few people a little further forward they have for a little while, and a few definitely not as far up as what I might have thought. I thought Sean Slater was a bit further back than where we normally see him. But Joseph has been getting his stuff together, and he's moved further forward. So it was a little bit of a mix up through the qualifying.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a mix up there. I think what we might do, lads, we might light the wick on this one and get it started. And of course, I've got a feeling it could be a busy time at this place, because this is, as I said, this is the longest start line we have heading down into turn one. Of course, the Rector Principale is mega long. And plenty of time. You're entering into that turn one, even from a standing start, well over 200 Ks. And we have here a good 31, 32 cars to go into that turn one. So absolutely looking forward to seeing what's going to happen next. And of course, let's roll it out. And where are you down there? So it was a good start there from Hazy. Rob Baxter a little bit slow. That's allowed Verban to come in. Corofini's tucks in a bit further back. So you can see it's a massive line heading down. Hazy's already moved up a couple of spots. There's cars everywhere, some on the grass.
Pit exit's now open.
Oh, hell,
Yeah,
I'm
that was
supposed
me.
to close that. Man, I'll have to fix it up in a minute. As we come into turn one, into turn two. That is a big spin there, Hazy.
Caution turn two, caution turn two.
Yeah, I got a bit of a help around, but yeah, it is what it is.
It is. He spun that one back around and jump back
Go around and get going again.
Yeah, Abel Verban is in the lead. He's definitely got himself going.
RaceKraft, can you have a look at that one, please?
Oh,
Yeah, copy it. We've got that.
Here we go. We're going to get the race control feed tonight. Something a bit different. I'll try and turn off a bit later. As we head down, looking for my next name on my list. Heading down, of course, for the first time into the stadium complex. So plenty of tyre barriers to hit, plenty of corners to get around in here. Very tight, very slow. Nicely getting through. We're going to pick up my friend, if I can find him. He's not that far back. Oh, hell, I've lost him. Here we go. Coming around, very tight. All happening through here. Bit of a squeeze. Car's going around. And straighten it back up. So very tough call for race control. That one, I think one car was off the track there at some stage. Someone telling me I can hear race control. Yeah, I know that one. As we start lap two.
Car 88, last turn, please, on lap 2.
Yeah, just going to go for
Copy that, we got it.
2-second break here. Just bear with me for 1 second. And as that should fix that problem as we continue on down into turn 4 for the second time. Maybe a bit further on. Just got to see if we find Joseph Crenshaw. Or may have missed that in all that chaos. I think Joseph has already had a bit of a spin back there on turn 1. And of course we might try and pick up our good friend Bruce Galloway, who's already up 8 spots. Putting a bit of pressure on some green car. And Bruce doing fairly well. Started in pit lane, very racy here. Big tyre on the inside. Very happy just let him go, saw him coming. And heading down. Bruce now putting all the pressure on Dale Harvey. And it's another little spin. That's 2 corners. Not a good night for Bruce. And Harvey facing the wrong way as we jump back up the front. where Baxter is still in third spot, running where he is. And just going to keep a bit of an eye a bit further back as well. A couple of good battles. Michael Powers down 6 spots. Did get that bad start. He's working his way forward again, getting himself in front of Braden O'Loughlin. He's slowly moving through. Yusuf Korafides under a bit of pressure from Rob Baxter. You can see Marty Hughes all over the back of these boys. He's trying to recover from that first lap as well. See Baxter going a little wider there. And through, where are you, friendy? A little bit further back. Aaron Friend tucked up behind Simon Pitt. Make a move, gives Pitt a bit of a tap, pulls it up, and definitely holds there to redress. See what race control does about that one a bit later. Gets himself going. Braden O'Loughlin with the drive through. Really instant, he's in the lane. Darren Free having a good start. He's held his spot. Darren Wilden's up 4. Ash Hall, he's up 4 as well, in 6 and 7. And as we start lap 4 now. And just playing a little bit of catch up. Now that flicked on. Darren doing quite well. A couple of battles a bit further back. Michael Power all over the back of Kevin O'Neill.
It looks like things are settling down a little bit and everyone's starting to give each other a bit of room.
Nice little overtake there from Mick. And moving a bit further forward. Rob Williams is in the lane now, so another early stop. The field's starting to spread out a little bit. Wilco trying to hunt down Walden. And may have a special guest come and talk to us for a couple of laps. Guys, I'm just trying to stitch something together. See how we go here. Trying something a bit different. So, are you there, Bob?
He's about to come on. Hang on.
He's about to come on. Thanks, Pete.
Hello.
Bob, how are you? It's
I'm
John.
very good. I'm
It's
good.
John.
Thanks. Is that John?
Yeah, it's John.
Hello, John. Thank you. Thank you, John. Yeah.
So for those at home, this is Bob Baxter. Not Rob, this is
Yep.
Bob.
Yep. Yeah.
So
This is the father responsible for the two Baxters that race.
so how did you get him into racing, Bob?
Well, I had absolutely nothing to do with it, but I'm very privileged because I do go and see a little bit of the V8 racing and the supercars with my son, so with Peter, and the family. That my daughter and both sons are a bit petrol heady, all of them. I think that's really good. Yeah.
And obviously you've had a look at Pete's rig. I'm pretty impressed with the setup.
Oh yeah. Both and Rob's have got a very good, a lot more. lot more equipment in there than I imagine anyone would have in a spare room in their house. You know, it's wonderful to see. Yeah, they're very good, very well set up. Yeah, yeah, it's good. Unfortunately, I'm unable to actually sit in and drive a car. For some reason, I've never had motion sickness in my life until I sat in one of the simulators and I found out that I just couldn't do it. You know, so.
A lot of people say that with the virtual reality headsets, they have trouble with that.
Yeah, I think yes, it's just unreal how that affects me because, you know, we've been on ships and I've never had car sickness in my life until I sat in one of the simulators and I found that it does affect me badly. So unfortunately, I can only do about 1.5 laps and then I got to stop. So that's unfortunate for me. Yeah.
That's all right. So there's a burning question, Bob, that everyone in the vets has always been asking for a long time now. And I think I've got the answer, and I'll give you my answer before you give me yours. And that is, who is the better Baxter?
Me.
Exactly.
Me.
That's my answer, Bob.
No, both of the sons have been absolutely very competitive their whole life with everything they did. So it doesn't surprise me that they're very competitive in this as well. Yeah.
No, it is true. Bob is very good. Rob works very hard at it. I know that much. Pete.
Well, yes, yeah. Well, he wouldn't want Peter to have better times than him, and he would really work hard to try and catch him. So that'll always happen, I think. Yeah.
And then of course Pete does a lot of officiating as well. So
yes, I understand that.
Very,
it's
very
good.
highly respected in that space. So
yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, it's good to know. Yeah, good. Yeah, it's good to be involved in all of it, though, isn't it? Not just driving a car, but to be involved with the whole sport. I know Peter's been involved for many years, and starting off with the Winton racetrack with the V8s, you know, so he's been involved with it for a long time, which is really good. Yeah. All right, John, thank you for the chance to say a few words about my two boys. That's good.
That's all right, Bob.
Yeah.
More than welcome. I hope you enjoy watching your first broadcast. And
Yep, I am. It's very good, and it's good to see that he's still holding third position still. So that's lovely. Yeah.
No, very
all right,
nice.
I'll put Peter back on, John. Thank you for
no
that.
worries.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bob.
See you, mate. All right, it's been a pleasure to chat with you. Bye now.
You too. Thanks, Pete.
Of course, that's the best Baxter, right?
On that note, we've got a race to get back to. A little bit of change in movement. Thanks, Pete. A little bit of change in movement in the background while that went on. Huge thank you to Bob Baxter. Sean Slater's on the move. He's got himself up the grid a little bit now. He's up 7 spots. As my screen just collapsed on me. He's up 8 spots now into 14th. Rob Baxter still sitting in 3rd. Abel Verban is leading Yusuf. Marty Hughes is still down in 4th. Ash Hall's up 5 into 5th. Darren Bolden up 5 into 6th. Wilco's holding 7th. Michael Power's got himself back up to 8th. He's climbed back up the order a little bit for Southern Cross Racing. Darren Freer, the Leighton Larrikin himself, is still in 9th, down 1 spot. Kevin O'Neill, some call him KO, sitting in 10th. Dougie Wright up to in 11th. Great work from Dougie. He's in front of Carl Pickering in 12th. Up 8 spots in 13th is Pete Morris. Sean Slater's up 18. Greg Sholton is up 11 in 15th. So a bit of movement, bit going on there. And of course, Rob Baxter and Marty Hughes in the thick of a battle here at the moment. As we start lap 9. So a little bit happening. A few battles elsewhere in the pack as well. Robbie Williams and Bruce McLean. So these boys here definitely having a bit of a battle. And it's going to get back to Marty Hughes. And see what's going on here. It's playing a little bit of catch up in my numbering. Yeah, a little wide. He's off the curb. Into the wall. Ouch, he's lost the front end of that.
That's gonna hurt.
There we go. Just been told that is not good for Hughesy. That'll put him back. Our pole sit up. That knocks him down the order a bit more. He sustained a fair bit of damage in that. KO, Kevin A. KOAO is his initials, so he's definitely staying as KO now. That's going to stick.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have given that one away. He's got to plug this in. Yeah, so he is on the back of Hughes at the moment, so we'll see what goes on there as we move forward. Walden and Wilkinson in the thick of the action as they got themselves up into the casino complex, and just going to see Brendan McLean. I think I may have missed what happened to him, unfortunately. So a fair bit of action on lap 9 as the boys start to spread out. So we'll go back to this Walden, Hughesy into the lane, go back to Walden, Wilkinson and Power. So these boys in the absolute thick of the action as we jump on board with Mick Power from Southern Cross Racing. That's a good look at the back of Wilco. And
Part of the circuit, this one.
oh, it's a difficult part of the circuit. It's amazing the
It's
number
definitely
of...
hard.
Here you go.
I was going to say it's a hard track on tyres. It didn't last any more than about 12 laps before they started to come apart and slide around.
Oh. Oh.
Not sure,
Someone in
who
the wall.
not sure who that was. It was somebody a bit further back, I think.
I think
wasn't on my
Darren's dropping down the list. Yeah, Darren was dropping down the list.
Yeah, that wasn't on my notes. And yeah, he's gone down the list a bit. A little bit of damage on the front end of that.
Smoky engine there.
Yep. No, I didn't pop up.
Oh, a
on my
lot of
list.
damage.
When I went through my stuff last night, that wasn't on the list.
That's puffing like a Chevy would.
No, he's got it back to the lane. No safety car yet for split 4.
I was hoping for one. I was a lap and a half down at this point.
You take an early stop.
I got a 40-second stop and hold whilst I was doing my drive-through. So I went through the lane twice and stopped on lap 6.
Wilco. Oh. Power's got to get him here, surely.
He looked like he was aiming for the tyres.
Yeah.
Easy there. Not a very good run through the S's there from Wilco. That has cost him. It's going to go a bit further down the back. Timmy Vermey. A little bit of a battle as well. A little bit further back, Simon Pitt. He's in a bit of a battle as well with Anthony Rivet. So there's a few battles through the pack. At the moment, the boys still starting to spread out. They're all starting to think about their first stop of around lap 17, so still a fair way to go to first stops. Dougie right, as Pico tucked up behind him. I think Dougie using all that extra circuit off the other side. Defensive lines in the 4. Okay, tacks up behind. See Dougie just playing that car width defence really well. Another part of the circuit where you go right off track again. Pickering holds it a bit wider, looking for a tighter exit on it. See if he can get the power down. But he's going to use the wider exit as well. Here we go. Down the rest of the Principality. And jumps hard on the brakes. See if he can get it pulled up. In the one, through the S's, into the second. As we head down now into turn 4, slightly off camber, slightly pops out of nowhere, you don't really expect it. And then we head down into the S's. Very difficult. You got to cut this corner a little bit. Gets it inside. Get a wheel inside. Drive it. Probably a little bit too much. Don't want to go too far over. You want to open this corner up so you get a nice line through it. Power straight through here. Gets it down across the curb. See, we're using these NASCAR lines really well. Into the retro gel oval. And then down into the stadium section. Look at that massive grandstand. Everybody thinks they're all here for Baldock, but they're not. Coming down and around. Pico just can't find a way around Dougie Wright. And continues on. That is a lap on board. Okay, back. Not too many battles around the track at the moment. Might jump on with Shawnee Slater. He's tucked right up behind Greg Shelton. And of course, Sean bought the track about 15 minutes before he turned up. So, of course,
Yeah.
he's struggling here to try and find his way. But in true Sean fashion, plenty of pace. Just got to keep it in a straight line.
Yeah, a few guys in this pack that are doing quite well. Pete Morris up 10, Shelton up 14, Slater up 9.
Yeah, definitely a good little battle pack, this one. Some black up 4 as well, some black up 12 behind him. Timmy doing really well. He was hard to get past, Timmy.
Yeah.
The Vermeer boys are driving a lot better. They are very, very big improvers.
How many is Baldock up?
No comment.
Oh no, he's down too.
Not allowed to talk about that. He had another frame rate issue last night. Just trying to fix my screen up here.
Oh,
Oh, yep.
that was a move.
A little bit happening.
Ashley Hall's in the pit lane.
Yep, starting to see some movement. Let's screen them after. Let's start lap 15. Gonna go back up the front. Baxter and Korafides. Baxter back in front of him again now.
Yeah, they've had a good couple of battles this season.
Definitely battling away here very hard.
Yep. Yusuf actually said at the end of the race that he wasn't aware that you're allowed to use the NASCAR circuit because he hadn't practiced any of that all week. So he was keeping it within the lines.
Oi, a bit twitchy. Of course, as a team boss who runs another league, that has a Saturday night session that's all about finding where you can and can't drive the car. I'm surprised your boy didn't know about it, Hazy.
Well, he didn't mention it until the end, and he unfortunately doesn't get to make it to a lot of the early practices during the week. So
That's all right. Just stirring you up.
no, I'm hearing you.
I think it was Tuesday night was when I really worked out, yeah, you can do this. You can go all the way over to that wall. I was caught out a little
Pico's
bit
in the
here.
pit lane.
What's that, sorry? Pico, yeah,
You
Pico's
say
in the lane.
Pico's, yeah.
Yeah. Probably going the undercut, I reckon, is what he's trying. I just thought you had to be careful around this place because, like as Hazy said before, 12 laps is about the distance on tyres. Look at him, he's there. Plenty of room out there. 12 laps is about the distance on tyres.
He's not using any of it.
Yeah, and you get 17 for fuel. So if you sort of went, oh, my tyres are buggered, I'm going to go early, but then your next stint was going to be, you know, another 17 laps. So it's like, yeah, you had to be careful that you didn't wind up having to do a super long stint.
Yeah, like if you pitted on lap 6 and then you had to split the rest of the race into 2.
Here we go. Baxter's in. Corafides is in. Abel's staying out. This is going to get interesting. We had to run out of fuel before pit lane, apparently. We'll see what happens here. He has driven very, very well this season. So definitely be interested to see how the last couple of weeks go. Great opportunity for him.
Yep. Yeah, Yusuf was close to running out. He had to clutch it through pit lane because it cut out and rolled to his pit bay.
Had to be very, very careful.
He'd been driving so well this season.
He has. It's been very impressive for a rookie. And doing very, very well here. See how he plays this one.
Pit lane.
Yeah, O'Neill, Wright, Williams, Freer, Heath, Morris, Grenshaw, Vermey and Rivet. Here we go. That car's just coughed, I think.
Dave Baldock up 8 spots.
You hear that car coughing, geez, he's lucky to get in. Problem is it's just be costing him time.
Yep.
Oh, it's not the problem. The frame, yeah, there we go. Ash Hall, the other one who suffered from the frame rate issue last night. I know I suffered from it. I know Baldock suffered from it. I've heard quite a few others have as well. As we jump back on where Yusuf is. A big puff of smoke there, lap 18. I think I might have just missed something. I have missed something. Unfortunately, apologise. And I've missed something with Rob as well, so I think Rob will be happy I've missed that. Just a start lap 18. Michael Power has taken the lead. So how has this happened? He has done a shorter stop. So let's just jump in, have a look at the pit times. We'll bring that up on the screen so everyone can see. So Power stopped for 24.3 seconds. So I'd probably say he's put in about 50 litres. Everyone else has jumped in with, I'd say, closer up to the 70 litre mark. So much shorter full fuel for Powers. So that's going to balance out when we get to the next stop. But what Michael has now, of course, is an open track in front of him. So time to make hay while the sun shines. It's all about speed, precision, and looking after those tyres to make sure that he can keep it coming.
think Abel's taking a 43-second one. He's really filled it up.
Ah, yes, Mr. Slater. I remember this. Sean Slater saying he had something coming out of the pits that wouldn't yield. Yeah, I wasn't yielding, buddy. But then I worked out who it was. I thought, I'll just play the smart game here. I'll let my tyres come on slowly. I'll sit behind Sean. I thought that'll be the smart play. We'll come back and look at that in a minute. Walden, he's still sitting in 8th. He's up 3 spots. Mick Powell's up 5. Yusuf still sitting there. So Powell's is about 2.5 seconds up the road. You can see the boys just in the background. See Rob Baxter about half a second behind Yusuf. It was a great battle, Sean. Absolutely enjoyed it. And I'm sure in 3 weeks' time, when we get together for dinner, our little battle will turn into an epic conquest. Of course, Mick Power off the shorter fuel stop is the reason why he got in front, for those in the chat asking the question.
Bonus that he's got clean air out in front though, so he's able to
make the most
lapse
of it
in.
now. You see Baxter trying to get himself around Yusuf. Great little battle. They're going to go back to Dougie Wright, Carl Pickering. Of course, a lapped car in front of him, but they've got Darren Walden in front of Dougie. Of course, Michael Power just setting the fastest lap of the race with a 1:31.31.
It's the way to do it. Make up for that short fuel.
Yep. Gotta make hay while the sun shines. So there we go here. I'm praying not to have a safety car as well. That'll be strategy. Gonna jump on with Kurt Heath. And he's in a good little battle here with Darren Vermey, Sean Slater. Side by side. Down the Principali. Slats trying to work out whether he goes left or right. And Heath goes straight through. That opens the door up a little bit. Gets himself back out on track. And the bullbagger himself's in the chat. Big shout out to the kid. And Slats. Heath goes wide. A little bit of action there. Going to go back to Darren Walden. This battle great group here again. A little bit wide. I think by Phil Whiteman in front of him. All these boys here coming like a train. You have... Oh, that was... I think Dougie Wright. Getting caught out there. Only very subtle.
Yeah, he avoided the wall, but yeah.
Avoided the wall. I didn't get any more than a 0x for it. I didn't show up in my notes. You can see these boys here. A bit of lap traffic now. So race starting to get a bit interesting. Lap 21 of 52. Not quite halfway yet. Going to jump on with Ash Hall from Quantum Racing. You got Marty Hughes tucked up behind him. Peter Wilkinson. He'd be streaming this one in live from TikTok at this stage. Of course, you get a chance to jump onto one of the Locked On Lads podcasts. I highly recommend you go on for a listen. Very, very informative. Hughes, you looking to the inside, looking to the outside. Oh, he goes wide.
Oh.
Ashley Hall called out with that one. So a few things happening around the track now. Slater's been passed. We missed that with all that action.
Oh, the green machine.
The green machine.
Yeah.
Didn't particularly want to pass Slater, but I don't think I had too much of a choice. It's like, come on, come back.
Johnny,
come
and
back,
they're
son.
pedaling
Come
his
back,
heart
son.
out.
Come back, son. And Slats goes even wider again. It's like, where you going, son?
He's going to hand someone a beer in the crowd. You're going that wide.
I gotta read this message in a second. Just get through here. Still side by side. Not really a great part of the course to be side by side with somebody, but hey, you take it. And then Sean dropped into his rightful position just to pass me in a lap's time.
Yeah, I was thinking Sean's probably going up. Hope this bloke just gives it up.
And of course, Kurt not saying no there either. Yeah, I'm starting to lose frames about now too, Sean, so don't worry. Baldock was telling me he had none, but I think that's got to do with position.
Yeah.
We'll jump back up the front. Yusuf, he is still under a lot of pressure from Mr. Baxter for position 2. And of course, I've read this message now. Low frame rates was due to all the people there on their phones trying to text Dave Baldock to tell him to get going to catch Van Ree. There we go. There's the answer. That's one of the most technical answers I've ever heard, but I'll take it. Can we see Michael Power's head? Okay. Things I do for my fans. Let's go.
What positive can we say about Dave Bulldog? He's still in the top 20.
There is that yellow happy head. In fact, if I go to this camera, might even show the helmet. There you go. You can just see that little yellow helmet inside there. Working very hard. Of course, Michael Power, one of the happiest people. Crash test dummy helmet. Gotta love it. With a big smile on it. Mr. Slater, he's starting to catch up now. The iRacing are working on it. Apparently they know what the problem is, but they've got to implement a fix, which they're trying to make sure is going to work. I think this is the last I read or heard. Oh, Slate's a bit touchy on the front end there. There we go, it's his Lego helmet. There we go. Bulldog, friend to horses. There we go. Will Wilson saying something nice about Dave. Anyone else has got anything on the chat nice about Dave to say? Please type it in.
You ain't here to read it.
Very quiet, isn't it?
Yeah. Anything you do say, we're happy to relay to him tomorrow night.
Hang on, the replay was a funny few cars glitching out with 2-speed power size. And gonna go back up the Walden and Pickering. Just gonna keep an eye on a few of these battles as we move on to lap 24. As you see, the talent level of Split 4 tonight very high. Very, very short cheat sheet. Here we go. Nice comment there. Rob enjoys watching Dave Baldock in the mirrors. There we go. It's a positive comment. It's probably
At
mirrors.
this point, I'm trying not to get lapped.
He's probably thinking about the mirrors in the horror house, but that's all right. It's going to Rob Baxter. They're putting pressure on Kurt Heath. I'll start seeing second stops surely. Vaughan Robinson's got 2 to his name. Of course, anyone who does have major screen issues, I'll give them a hot tip. This is what I did at Sandown. When do one of your stops, just drive the car into the lane, into your box, get out of iRacing as simulation quick as you can, get yourself back in as quick as you can. You might lose a lap. Hopefully you get a late safety car, get you back on the lap. But you'll come back with positive frame rates. I know I gained 100 frame rates my last stint at Sandown the other week. So yeah, we'll work that one out as we go. So Corafides just in front of Baxter, and not too far behind Power now. That's Vaughan, sorry, just to confuse me. Bit of lap traffic, making a bit hard. Opens the door for Baxter. Rob does the sneaky one with the back marker. Surprised he wasn't calling for blue flags before that happened. It's made the back marker work. Yusuf, the rookie, getting caught out a little bit there, you can see.
I reckon Rob would be screaming at Vaughan at the moment to get out of the way and let him through, though.
Blue flags, blue flags. And of course, a little bit going on in front of him here as well. Let these boys play this one out. He's going to hang on to this one. It's going to go.
All right. One of them's yielded.
Yep.
Oh no, didn't yield. 100%.
Through now. Going to jump
How
back.
close is that?
It's going to jump back onto Pickering. That's getting in closer as well. He's moving to lap 26. Where's Mr. Robinson? We were looking at him before. He was caught up in this stuff with Baxter. Now, a bit going on. And it does get hard when you are in a battle with somebody. You can see Vaughan's not too far in front of O'Loughlin. And so you're trying to battle with somebody as well, and all of a sudden you've got those lap-in cars trying to come through. Yeah, and this is where the guys that are lapping people have got to show a little bit of respect. You know, that you are coming through someone else's battle. And then, of course, the guys being lapped have got to also acknowledge that they're sitting in the middle of someone's battle here as well. These two guys being close together. He's just disappeared. He's come back. Don't get that too often. And definitely...
Somewhere like this, Corny, you could manage that takeover, which he does.
Yep. Oh, little tap there. And into the wall. That'll do a bit of damage to the car. Richard, nicely, not too good news. It's just going to check on Baldock. Baldock's in a bit of a battle here with Timmy Verme. And Anthony Rivet as well. Look at Timmy. Got the run.
Very racy. Too far.
Yeah, I think Dave was running about 14 or 15 frame rates for most of the night. And just going to go check the order again. So Mike Powell's up 5 spots. He is definitely well ahead here. He's got himself a good 7-second lead over Rob Baxter. Rob, of course, That's pulled away from Yusuf. He's got himself out to 2 seconds. Marty Hughes is still sitting in 4th. He's recovered a bit from the start that he had. Slightly shorter fuel stop, gaining 3 seconds in that stage of the race. So we'll see how he plays it out. Pete Wilkinson, he's 2 seconds back on him. And then we go all the way back to Kevin O'Neill, who's in 6th. And that's an 11-second gap back to him. So definitely starting to play back. Abel Verban, he is another 12 seconds back. So the top 10 is really spread out. Pico is 1 second behind Abel. We've got Walden up to 9th. And then Darren Freer, the Leighton Larrikin himself, sitting in 10th. And then, of course, lucky enough to catch up with Simon Black on Tuesday for lunch. Went up to Brighton, caught up with Simon. Absolute gentleman of a bloke. And, yeah, horse been around iRacing for a long time. One of the names behind the famous OSR Dev, as well as Scops and various other things. Yeah, it was good to catch up with Simon and talk all things sim racing and motorsport. And catching up with Darren Freer next week. So my Mystery Vets tour is continuing. And we'll finish off for 2026 in Adelaide on the 6th of December. We're organising a group to go out for dinner at the lakes, at West Lakes. If you haven't given a thumbs up to that in the South Australia chat, or you haven't heard about it, send me a DM. If you want to come, I'll make sure I get you in the booking. Going to be a good night. We've already got about 6 or 7 of us going, so yeah, looking forward to that one. Quite a few larrikins over the journey from South Australia that I've had to contend with. And then there's Dave Baldock. Looking forward to catching up with Stats and Sando and Jeff Sanford. So yeah, it'll be a good event, I think.
Yep, I'm sure Dave will turn up on his trusty steed.
Apparently I'm going to get to see it. That's to make sure what meat they're serving up at this restaurant. I might just have the chicken. Starting to see some of the guys down the back pulling their second stops. Actually, Hall's got him for his second stop, so he's back in 17th, so I'll see how he pans out. Pico has Darren Walden behind him. Jim Caparona's asking, where's Gunter? We have sent the search party out for Gunter. They've been doing a lot of looking, a lot of hunting. As we all know, Gunter's mum passed away at the end of season 24, and he's been busy sorting things out with that. He's finally got himself to move house as well. So, Pico! No, son! Oh, just chucked the spoiler back on. He's sinking like a stone here.
What sort of buttons has he got?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll about to find out. He's looking a bit loose though.
Yeah. Oh, yep, it's gone again.
It's gone again. That's all right. There's a bit of parody there. There's that one sorted. Yeah, so back to Gunter. Gunter is doing a track guide for us. Of course, we are finishing this season off in Sachsenring in East Germany, or the former East Germany. Of course, as we know, Gunter was born to East German parents. Of course, he's father of the great sports scientist, East German sports scientist from the 1960s, and his mother anabolic. So definitely looking forward to seeing what Gunter can serve up for us as a track guide of Sachsenring. So we're getting that.
Evening, Mr. Wilkinson.
And of course, Gunter is sitting number 2 on the wait list for season 26. And of course, number 1 on the wait list.
Why do you make that man wait? Seriously, come on.
Oh, we had to make him wait. It's fair, all fair. It's all fair for everybody, Pete. Just
No,
because he's
he's
Gunter.
names all over the broadcast, mate. You get him in, no matter what.
Oh, we'll be no worry. And the other note coming back next season, Scotty Perrins. So
It'd be good to see Scotty back.
yeah, so a few things happening. And of course, look at this, a bit crazy. Lap 32.
Oh, yeah.
And a little bit forward. Ash, of course, done that early stop, working his way back through. A lot of traffic around him. And just getting my bearings for the next one.
How did TikTok go for this one, Pete?
Mate, we had, I haven't looked at the numbers. It was 80 something at one stage. It was 50 at least for most of it, so it was good.
Jeez, and here we sit with 47.
Yeah, but you've got to put it on TikTok, mate. You've got to go where the people are. Everyone's like, what year is this? How do I get in? Oh, I'm not that old. I'm like, well, bad luck. I've seen a few people your way, though. Everyone's loving it. Everyone loves the series. It's so close, all the fighting all the way through, and if I can go good in it, they obviously think they can go good in it.
Yes. Like I said, the wait list is about 13 odd names at the moment, so looking forward to seeing a few. A couple of guys that race in SRW popping up as well. Alan Mazzaroli, I think he's young bloke Jordan or Josh, very, very quick in scopes.
We don't want them. They can stay away. That's fine.
Let's just chop up a bit of a cockpit view for Anthony Rivet. And coming around, bit of action in front of him, Renshaw.
Oh, I saw this.
I'm a lap out.
Those two don't look good together. They don't play well together up front.
I'm a lap out. I buggered that up. This is the problem
You
in
did?
track list. It's coming. You all know what I'm looking forward to now.
It's not player on player one this time. It was weird. I didn't know what was going on.
Well, we finally worked out earlier who was the better backstop.
Yes, I heard. I did hear.
That age-old question. So now I think we've got to move on to the next brothers, I guess.
That's it.
And they are having a ding-dong battle. Poor old Joseph sitting in the middle of this as well.
Yeah, he was
Joseph
quite
got
scared
a
at this
view.
point.
He was fast last night.
Joseph was scared, was he?
He was making a few noises in that direction. There was a few,
No, boys are going well here. Let's just jump back on with Anthony again. Actually, no, we'll go cockpit.
I wonder if this is going to be a commentator's curse or not. I don't know. This is weird.
Surely I can't bugger it up twice.
Oh, side by side. Look at this go.
Synchronized spinning.
Get away from me. Get away from me.
Synchronized spinning.
If you go, brother, I'm going with you.
Oh, who was... They took out someone else in the melee as well.
Not
Yeah,
Darren,
Joseph got it, didn't he?
No,
Or did Joseph get away from
Joseph
it?
got away. I thought it was one of the back guys. It's still there. Wasn't Carl. Wasn't Vaughan.
Yeah,
No, I
it
don't
might
know.
have been a player one car, actually.
Jump back up the front.
I saw what he was trying to do. He was trying to put Joseph into the wall, and it just didn't play well.
Yeah.
So was there a penalty dished out for that? I never saw.
I got no idea. Jim Caparone's making comment that he thought a lot of people dropped down to first gear.
I was doing that in practice through the stadium part, and I thought it was going really well. And then I watched some past the people, and they said, "Don't do that." And I went, "Okay." And
Yeah,
as long as you get the run right, you're pretty good.
I think I rolled into turn 1 in third, and then dropped it back into second just to help it turn into turn 2, back into third in 3.
I see you never watched the McNamara video. There you go.
No, I didn't. Well, I probably should. Oh, someone's in the background, better change screen. So
If you
there's
want
that
to
free go.
be Bulldog each week, you need to.
You don't understand how the...
I've got this thing in my chat. I've got this thing in my chat now too. Whenever they see a blue card, they're like, "Look out, look out." I'm like, "No, this one's not Bulldog, okay? Not Bulldog." Okay. I've taught them well. Or actually, multi-ninja out there has taught me well.
I know he loves it. He goes and stalks through everybody's bloody social media. Like, I got a comment this week. Oh, Pico hasn't done a post-race briefing and a pre-race briefing. What's going on? Is he okay?
Oh, is he okay? That's what we need to know. I think the dinner's cancelled, Rob. I think the Vermeer Christmas dinner is gone. It's been cancelled, no longer. What lap are we on anyway? What are we looking at? 36. You should be pit by now, shouldn't you, John? Well, there's a few pits going on.
Yeah, Baldock's in. I think I went to about 40, I did.
35 was the magic number, wasn't it? Somewhere around there?
Yeah, back where I was, you kind of rolling that dice going, I'll go one more. There might be a safety car. I'll go one more.
I wonder if there is going to be a safety car, or you split line people watching all.
Well, there's a reason why I'm out there, isn't it? It's going to be a safety car.
It's got to be.
I was still hoping.
Who was Bob? Sorry, who was driving Rob's car? Because it wasn't Rob.
No, it was Bob.
Yeah,
so it was Bob. He
He's
got in.
visiting for the weekend.
As we worked out, we know who the better Baxter is now. It's Bob.
Yeah. I think there needs to be an inquiry. I think we need to do some data work on this. Find out who was actually in the seat.
Of course. Here we are. Here at Vets Split 4. We've worked out who the better Baxter is. If you come back next week, we'll tell you what happened to Harold Holt. And Michael Power has taken his little yellow tin can helmet in to the lane for his final stop. He's got the longest stop here, so we'll just see what happens. Of course, Yusuf goes.
Well, he would have had to have run out of fuel by that stage because he short fueled so much early on.
Exactly. Exactly. A few boys still driving, so Baxter's done his second stop. He went in that a little bit earlier on lap 33.
What?
Oh, so Rob's
Howard's
trying to
in
claim
now.
he's the best Baxter because him and his dad have the same name, hey?
No, you're Rob. He's Bob. He made that very clear. I think you need to watch season 2 or season 3 of Blackadder, and you'll know the pronunciation of Bob very well. I'll tell you what, Baldrick sounds very close to Baldock, but we'll talk about that another night. Gosh, there used to be a time where I could just about quote nearly every second line of Blackadder.
Well, sounds like you need to go back and do a rewatch again if you miss the quotes now.
Yeah.
Come on. Hey, who's that in front of Rob? Well, here we go.
That's Michael
Interesting
Power.
could happen here.
Michael Power's in front of Rob, so he's come back out in front, so he's held that
No,
gap.
on track.
On track.
On track.
I don't know. Never heard of her.
Danger's brewing. He'd have the sweats right now, I reckon.
He might. I do believe in Discord there was something about I have not heard a call for blue flags. And then the other comment I got in Discord.
I don't think you'll catch mine.
And the other comment I got in Discord was, I hope he considers the way I pulled over an apology.
I had one scary moment. I didn't know what lap it was now, where I almost took out a blue flag driver. It was very scary.
Here we go. Mick Power tucked up behind Abel. Abel's still got to make his stop though. Paul Baldock, he was running on something like 15 or 16 frame rates for most of the race, so.
Yeah. Well, apparently Abel was saying that he didn't get any of his third-party apps up and he ran out of fuel in his first stint or something like that.
Yeah, ran out in the first stint he ran out. I heard that before. You can see the gap there between Power and Baxter. And of course, the next man after that, Marty Hughes. There's still a bit of a mixed up field.
Oh, Van Ray in the top 10.
His front end at one stage, I thought I saw. Was that him?
Who's that?
Did Marty lose his front end early on in the race? Or
Yeah, he
did
did.
I
Yeah,
miss
he did.
to see another one?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Okay. I was shocked to see him so far back up. It was an awesome drive, considering.
Someone was in the top 10 praying for a safety car. That was the strategy at that stage.
Yes.
Yusuf in the lane.
Yep.
Peter about to take the lead.
Yeah, Wilco goes one more.
I took my bonus point. I waited as long as I could for that bonus point. I was very excited. First one of the season, 23 laps I did on these tyres.
So Power jumps Yusuf. What does Baxter do? Yusuf coming out. Baxter's jumped him. What about Hughes? Let's see what Hughes can do by the time he gets down into turn 1. Of course, long drive down the rest of Principali. Because you can see who he's chasing in front of him, so he doesn't want to be caught out too much. Pete Morris in 8th, up 13 spots. Good drive from Pete.
I was just about to shout that one out because I hadn't mentioned that, I think, for the whole thing. He's doing an amazing drive up in top 10 there. Because that's for position, right? He's pitted twice, right?
No, he's
everyone has
pit.
except for me.
Pete's still got a tweet.
No, he hasn't.
So at the moment, I'll put up the stop numbers. Well, I'll put up the lap numbers and I'll tell everyone when they stopped. So there's the lap numbers there. So he stopped on 17, Abel stopped on 17, Freya was 16, and Pete Morris was 16. So Rob Williams has got to stop as well. So does some Muppet in the 515.
You should have taken one for the team, John, and caused a safety car. Would have helped us all out.
No, it would have helped Bulldog out.
We've got rules about
that. you know the rule, man, don't you?
Yeah,
make it look like an accident.
But I've already been.
Yeah. I don't think they'd be questioning you, John, to be honest.
I've already been accused tonight of using a different type of white granular product for sand.
Yes.
Here we go, Marty having a big look down here. Tucked up behind
He got up to Darren pretty quick, actually.
Hey.
If he did that, Babe would be back on the lead lap too, so you can't do that.
Okay, it's not worth it, really.
Oh, no. Oh, look, there's Bulldog.
That's the same spot he did it first time, too.
Yeah, and there's Bulldog.
No.
Again.
Always.
Always. If there's an accident, there's Bulldog. That's probably giving Marty's car a good old dint. It doesn't look like it's turning too straight moving down here.
He's taking a wide line. He's all good.
He's got that
He's
going.
straight.
Here we go. Someone's in the lane.
Yes, look at him.
So he
Nailed the pit stop.
gets himself to pull up. I guess he turns around and head over the shoulder and talks to the camera and says, "G'day, guys. This is what we're doing." This is
Yeah, no, I was
strategy."
asking people where I was going to pop out. And that one of them got it right too.
I was plowing back. So Wilco's on his way out. Where can Wilco go? There is Corofidis. Corofidis will get him, I think. Freya's still got a pit. Marty Hughes is the other man we just saw in the wall. I don't think that car's too healthy to get home from there. Verban, the man sitting second in the championship. Stream dead.
Yeah, no, I just checked that as well. It's buffering a bit on my end, but I can see it go. It's back up. It's all good.
There is a little bit of buffering in the replay. That's because I had the frame rate issue, but it's not that bad. And my kilobytes per second's are green. Everything's good at that end. And the other end is all
all
still
fine
good
on
as
my
well.
end now.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks good on my end.
So Hughes is
Can you
in
jump
the
on
lane.
board with me for a sec, John, since we're here?
Yeah.
Whereabouts am I?
You're fourth at the moment. Coming into the stadium.
Yeah. I'm flying at this stage. I'm so excited. Eustace is there.
Yep. This is
Oh, there's my phone. Sorry, everyone. Look at this.
2 lap
I
tyres.
nailed this corner. Absolutely nailed it.
Yep. Flick. Still
How
straight.
good was that? That wasn't on your cheat sheet, was it?
No, it wasn't. There's a couple of them on my cheat sheet tonight, which is a bit disappointing.
I don't know how
No,
I did that under the wall there.
Yeah, if you keep them between the lines, they don't show up on the sheet.
Yeah. Gonna drop down, not much happening back towards there. So everyone has made their second stop. So interesting, last night I think we had 2 drivers that got DSQ'd for not serving iRacing incident point penalties.
Oh, really?
Yeah. DC was telling me after the
That
race.
happened on the last lap or something?
No, both of them are gone already.
I just didn't see it.
Yeah.
Wow. I had heaps to spare at the end. I started using them. I'm like, oh, can't take it to your grave. Let's go.
Here we go. Here's Rob. Baxter sitting in second. I'll get rid of that.
Are you naming names, by the way?
Naming names.
Yeah. I'm interested now.
Naming names. You've lost me.
For the people who got the penalty point, the dingo.
No. I can't remember exactly who it was. I just saw one of them sitting on the bottom of my list. Well, I'm not going to say they were, but yeah. There we go. Rob doing really well. Sitting in second. Mike Power up 5 in first. He's played the strategy well. Got himself out. There we go. Only showed furled back flag. Yeah. That's interesting. When you get incident point limit, it should tell you to pit. So, yeah. Something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, it's weird.
If in doubt, blame Baldock. There we go. There's your answer there, Bruce.
That's fair enough. I think I want to fly here on this lap. I go within 8/100ths of Power's time. The fastest lap. Once again, I'm aiming for those bonus points. I finally nailed some corners that didn't slide around.
They're looking fairly balanced there.
Yeah. There was like 3 laps where it felt really good. But of course, fresh rubber, no fuel in the tank, makes the car go fast.
Let's see what this time is.
I didn't spin it. Look at that, everyone. Look at that. I can do it.
Yeah, 131.381.
Yeah, 8/100ths. I reckon.
Yeah, so still 5
Seven
off.
hundredths.
Still 500 off.
course.
Thanks, man.
And that was it. That's all I had left.
That's all I
I
had
was
left.
not going to try it again.
Just jump on board with the egghead himself. I can balance slightly off camber through turn 4.
And I don't know how he kept it so straight there. I used to almost spun at every lap coming out of that corner.
Of course, Kevin, they were in a league faster than you because you were wearing your Kevin hat, not your KO hat. With your KO on hat, you go faster. Pulls it up nicely through third, rolls it through. Down in a second. Nice lines, drops the wheel inside the curb, drive over it. Goes wide, same thing again here, hits the ripple strip. Nicely eases the power on. Balances the exit. Heads down to Principali. Lights a cigarette, takes a big drag. Flicks the ash out the window, takes a second drag. Butts it out and hits the brakes. Down into third. Turn in late. Sets himself up for the next. No, second now. No, he stayed in third there. He's gone third the whole way. I went second and then back to third.
Wow.
That's all right. He's held that.
No wonder he was so quick.
Third was quicker through 1.
I was second all the time.
Nah, third was quicker. Then third here. He basically spent all day in third at this place. We went on a straight. And just rolls it in. Yeah, beautifully. Hooks the wheel inside, gets the drive out. Beautiful. And the off camber gets
I
it
must
around
have been the only one to
nicely.
watch McNamara's video then. We
Okay.
used second, more than third the whole way around.
There you go.
We-
Third into here, yeah. And then down to second through the rest of the interior complex.
There you go. I learned something tonight.
Mike Power driving
Could have
like a
learned it last
legend.
night. Solid lap. Look at him go.
Solid. Driving like a champion. Lap 45 or 52.
What's he doing at this stage? 132.4s.
Plus, you know, at this stage, he's looking at his YouTube, checking his TikTok, signing off on Twitch,
Oh, he's only got Rob Baxter on him, doesn't he? He's not the best Baxter.
answering his Facebook, and then braking for turn 1. He's doing well with Mickey Power. Check on this bloke here, back in 10th, Pete Morris. He's
Top 10.
He's in a hell of a battle here with Walden and Wright. 9, 10 seconds other
And to get to where he's had to have overtaken Dave Baldock at some stage. That's a miracle.
And survived.
Yeah, that never happens. What's a lot of the curb?
He's doing well.
Every time I do that, his tails start to go out. He's done well.
Matt Sarge doing really well. So that's Walden, actually. Because Pete Morris, the lone fishy car in split 4. Don't you think he'd be copping a bit of flack from the rest of the team for being in split 4? Of course, this team used to running up,
You'll
up
get
the front in
automatic
split 1.
promotion next year.
This team used to running up the front in split 1, of course.
Someone's got to be in 4.
Well, someone's got to make Coleman look good, don't they? I'm getting a drive-through next week, just saying.
Get one anyway, John. Oh, who's that in the back?
Bruce.
Someone had a moment.
Yeah, it was Brandon McLean.
What are we? 5 to go.
Yeah. 5 to go. The front is pretty much spread out. This is a great little battle here. Old Sushi rolls himself, Pete Morris from Fishy. All over the back,
Send it.
all over the back of the Angry Bird. Normally it's the Angry Bird. Normally it's the Angry Bird, the seagull trying to pick off the fish, but a bit different here tonight. Roll reversals. Who explains one in front of Bulldog?
So where are we on the championship standings for the reverse Bulldog? Is he clinched it? I missed last week's proper discussion on it.
Let's just say when I go over to Adelaide, I will be anointed with the trophy. Of course, the trophy is sponsored by Pool Guys, so a big shout out to them. And I will be...
Do you get the blue car next year? Is that what's happening? Is that the trophy as well?
No, I don't get a blue car. No. I get the sheepdog.
Okay.
So I'm going to Adelaide to pick up a couple of bottles of sheepdog. For losing the Bulldog Van Reed Cup. So in the oddity reversals of it, only because it's only been the last 2 seasons I've lost it, it's really started to affect Dave. But yeah, the loser usually gets the good shit.
I think there's going to be an inquiry into you soon.
Mr. Rob Baxter, not Bob, but Rob. How are we, Robert?
Yeah, Rob Jr. here. No problem, John. I just thought I'd jump in with the end of the broadcast. So.
That's all right, mate.
Great to see you tonight, and yeah, I'm happy to have a chat at the end.
At the end, how are the nerves at this stage, though, mate?
Well, at this stage, I was fuel saving. I think I was just like, I had some conflicting things with my fuel numbers. Wish I had somebody looking after my pit. Like if I had somebody had spotted for me, I probably would have been in a better position to keep the pressure on Mike. But I was like looking at it and I was like, oh Jesus, how do I preserve the position I'm in? So
this sounds like this sounds like a breaking story. It sounds like someone was lined up the spot and then backed out.
No. I went lonely, but I tell you what, if there's a under 40s person who wants to sort of jump in and help us out, happy to sort of work with them in the future. But no, I went solo, so it was all about my mind and what I was doing, so that's fine. And in the end, I was watching the gap before me, the gap in front of me. And Mick did a wonderful job, and we were holding pace together for about the last 5 or 6 laps. So I was like, well, if I could try and keep pushing, but if I've got a doubt, I should save a bit of fuel and make sure I get to the end. So yeah, it was one of those calls that I made, and yeah, we'll see what happens.
John, I think there's an opportunity here, mate. You give him John Baldock. Just let him have John Baldock. Be the spotter.
If Baldock's going to retire from racing, I'm happy to have him as my spotter. I probably got to give him a lot of instructions though, so we'll see how that works.
Nah, you'd have to give him a lot of sheepdog.
Yeah.
Good little battle here between Darren Freer, Kevin O'Neill, and Ashley Hall.
I'll let you concentrate on the finish. This is pretty tight. I'll let you concentrate on that job.
The top 10 definitely not decided at the moment. And definitely very, very bunched up. Darren Freer, Tim Vermey lap car in behind that, Baldock lap car in front of this battle.
I'm trying to think up front. I'm 8 tenths away from Yusuf as well. think there was something going on up there. I don't know whether there was a lap traffic or something like that. Yeah.
No, he's pretty free at the moment. He's just under pressure from you, I
Okay.
think.
Might have been the lap before then. There was something that brought us right back together again.
Here we go, Rob. You're in. Oh, big snap from Yusuf. There we go. There's the word on the street for you, Mr. Baxter. If Bulldog retires from Vets, he's starting a bluegrass band with Will Wilson.
Yeah, it must have been a lap before or a lap before that when there was traffic brought us together.
It's not a green
Well,
grass
just
band.
let Bulldog know I can play the triangle. That's about it.
Go back to the other battle. Let's see Ashley, Freya, and O'Neill.
We'll jump back in here. Oh, have Nash.
Oh!
Big puff of smoke. I must have locked it up or something.
That was timing. I don't even have a cheat sheet.
No, it wasn't a cheat sheet either.
That's a very interesting little Vermeer car. What would happen there?
A bit of lap traffic in the middle there.
Yeah.
Freya has O'Neill all over the backside of that vehicle.
Freya drove well last night. I near killed him lap 1, but he's done well to come back from that.
I had a good talk to Tom after the Scott Sandown race the other day, and yeah, Darren absolutely loving it and enjoying it. So, not surprised with seeing some big improvements in Darren this season. You know, not so much the rookie anymore. Things starting to settle, doing the work practice-wise, and yeah, starting to see the results. It's on lap 51. It's going to jump on as we come around the back. Here is Mr. Power, our race leader. About to start the penultimate, it's the final lap, sorry. Crosses the line, takes the white flag. And he has done...
Starting to hit up behind as well. For some reason, I think Rob saved a little too much, and Yusuf got a sniff here. Oh, there goes someone's front end.
Yeah, I think that, not mine.
Have a look at the cut I do here.
Oh. Big look.
I got a little bit too aggressive there. That was 3.2 seconds low down.
Definitely in the mix.
Yeah, don't worry about me now. I'm out.
Yeah, I was about to say I jump up with Mike. I was going to see where he is. He's going to go back. Big battle down the back here with Ash Hall. We'll get back onto this lap in a minute. That is the fishy car all over the back of that. But here comes Mick Power though. Coming into the stadium section. I'm sure the crowd would be cheering as he comes through. No, Bulldog, they're not cheering for you. As he comes through, here comes Mick Power into the final corner. And gets the power down. Takes his time that he's got, the 5-second interval, 6-second interval. Comes across the line, and our race winner for round 8 is Michael Power from Southern Cross Racing. P2, Mr. Baxter. P3, Mr. Corafides from Unhinged. So a great result for Yusuf. Wilco home in 4. Abel Verban, the man that is P2 in the championship. He will salvage some points to 5th in what has been a very unlucky race for him, but he's done well to recover. And then, of course, Darren Freya, the man we were talking about before, he has the one and only Kevin O'Neill behind him. I've slowed this down a little bit, but I think these boys probably won't see too many overtakes in that situation. And then, of course, Kevin will be 7 up 5 spots. In 8th will be Darren Walden. Great dive from Darren. Ashley Hall from Quantum Racing, great result from him, a top 10 finish. He has been one of the bigger improvers this season. Great to see him again in the top 10. And then Pete Morris up 11 spots in 10th. So great drive from him. So I guess we might start, lads, with the drive of the day. Any thoughts from you boys?
I'd probably put two people out there.
Yeah.
I'd Mick Power has had an awesome race, but then I'd say Pete Morris up 11 spots isn't a bad option too.
Yeah, but that's both my picks as well. So,
well, I'm gonna chime in here, boys, because Mick, this is the first win for Mick Power for a very, very long time, and I'm also going to say that he outfoxed me. He outfoxed me on the pit strategy. We both had pace along with Muddy Hughes, and I just think Mick drove an absolute smashing race to get that victory. So my vote would go to him. Happy to be overvoted, but at second place, I'm going to say that was
5.
I can tell you, it shitted me because like I went, where did he come from? And I just reckon that was an awesome race for him. So I want to.
Because he had a bad start too. Like,
I want to put Mick ahead there.
Come through.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah.
I was a teammate with Mick for a long time, and I know this win would mean a lot to Mick, but I also know Mick has really battled his way through. So he had the bad start. He composed himself and kept going. He was in a great position last week, and things didn't go the way he wanted it to go. But here he is here with this one. So I'm happy to give it to Mick, boys. And big congratulations to you for that one, Mick. And of course, Mick.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course, Mick, you winner of the race, mate. How did you feel about this one?
It was tough. It was one of those tracks where you had to be patient and you could not push the car. You know, if you over pushed the car, it didn't want to turn, it didn't want to steer where you wanted to go. And you know, thanks to our team and our guys, you know, slowly teaching me not to overdrive the car, and it was great. It was, and like you said, John, last week, Sandown, I had a wheel disconnect and I gracefully just drove it into the wall on Main Street. So,
and how are you finding the Gen 3 this season?
100. I'm enjoying the car. I really, really am enjoying the car now. It's a completely different feel to the Gen 2.
Yeah.
You've just it does take a lot of time to actually get your head around it, and you can't overdrive this car. You overdrive it and it doesn't work. It's like where you think in the old car you'd be in second gear, you've got to be in third gear in this car.
Yeah.
So you're braking a little bit earlier. You're doing things a little bit different, and once you got the feel of it, I enjoyed this track during practice. So yeah.
Yeah. And any sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, Chubby Buns. There's only Chubby Buns are the main ones for us, and sorry if I've missed anyone, but yeah, and the 47th, those guys over there doing what they're doing. It's massive, and it's actually home with one of our own. You know,
yeah.
Falling to it, so.
Yeah, no, it's fair enough. And of course, like I said, it was a great drive. You were back in 13th at one stage just after the start. No, you've done really well, mate. So hats off to that. Of course, the man who was in P2 was, of course, Rob Baxter. Rob, when you want to give a shout out to, mate, and how'd you find the race?
Oh, look, I was happy with my pace through the race. It was better than last week and what I've experienced through the season. And, you know, Mick just outdrove me. And so I am so happy that he got drivers of the day. That's why I've sort of put it out there. You know, Yusuf as well drove very, very well. in third spot. And, there was spots there where he gave me some room where he may not have had to or anything like that. But I think I spoke to him afterwards and he said, I saw he had pace. So that's the respect we have as the drivers in this split is, we're not out there to kill each other, and we're out there to work together to make sure that we're racing nice and clean and we're racing nice respectfully. So thanks for Yusuf for that. I thought that meant a lot. And, it was fantastic to see, and you look at the graphic on the screen where there's 3 drivers going alongside each other and stuff like that. That's the respect of this group. I want to thank you, John, and everyone who's involved in vets to make it happen. If anyone's questioning whether they should jump into the next season or not, if they can't race at all, just jump in. Like, at the end of the day, such a good group of people. I get support from everybody. I have to probably say my brother, has got me into this and, supports me and helps me. Scott also helps me as well. And then, Gary Buckland, Sean Van Leeuwen this morning sort of gave me some tips on this track. And it doesn't matter what team you're in, everybody supports each other. So I reckon this is awesome and, such a great league, such a great organisation. I got more to do, but I'm really happy with the way it all works out. So congratulations to everybody tonight that performed well, and everyone keep trying because it's a great league. Thanks, John.
No worries, Rob. And of course, the man who was in P3 is not with us at the moment, but I'm sure Hazy's got plenty to say for him.
Well, probably don't have a lot to say for him. Rob's probably said most of what we really need to say in that regard. He thanked a lot of the same people. If anyone, he'd probably like to thank Rob and Pete for the tight racing that he had with them across the night. It looked very entertaining from the replay. So that's probably the only other thing. And yeah, just like always, thanking the sponsors.
That's fair enough too.
Just bet sponsors.
Yep. No, that's fair enough. So on that note then, we might talk about a couple of quick things. Next week, we are at Red Bull Ring, one of my tracks I enjoy
Rainbow
driving.
Ring, did you say?
Red Bull Ring, yep.
Rainbow? No, Rainbow Ring.
Rainbow? Well, don't know. Everyone's gone in a panic because it's rain, but I'm telling you now, where is the forecast? You need to look at the forecast. It's a 50-50. Will it rain towards the end of the race or not?
15%, mate. I've hit less percentages every day.
No, it's 50-50. It gets up to 65-70% at the end of the race. So we just got to see what the iRacing realistic weather gods throw at us. We've talked about having realistic weather for a long time. This will be the second realistic weather race we do this season, which I think is pretty exciting. It'll be the second race, hopefully, with rain this season, which will be exciting. What this rain looks like, I've got no idea. It's not like the last race where I was able to just bang it all in to the weather editor. This time it's whatever iRacing throws at us. So it's within the lap of the gods. It could be a dry race. It could be a dry to wet race. It could be a whole wet race. When it says a 10% chance of rain, it could bucket down. I don't know. And that's the thing. Even I think you'll find when you guys jump into practice sessions, you will find that the weather will not be the same at the same time for each practice session either. So just keep an eye on those things as it goes along, and that might give you some indication of where it will go during the race. So definitely could be anyone's ball game there. Looking forward to seeing what happens because, like I said, I don't know what's going to happen. It will be pretty exciting, I think. So that's where I'm coming from.
Bring it on.
Just
bring it on.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. Why not? Bring it on. Let's have a bit of variety. Bring it on.
Jamie's done a setup that's more on the wet side. So just be conscious of that if you're going to go use it in officials. So I'm not sure what officials will dial it up for the race, but just keep an eye on that. And then the other one for a few other people out there, it's actually got a different race time as well. We're racing in the afternoon and instead of the morning. But of course, it is winter or almost winter in Europe, so the temperatures will be very cold. So that's all I'm going to say on that. The other thing I want to talk about is season 26. We are not far away from having to make some big decisions on season 26. Of course, the calendar is out. Round 1, of course, is 18th of December at Phillip Island. And then we have the 2-week break for Christmas and New Year's. And then we come back on the 8th of January for the Bend, where we do the International for 200Ks. Watkins Glen Cup layout. Looking forward to that 150K sprint race on the Cup layout. Everybody enjoyed the NASCAR style of driving with the off tracks and everything here at Mexico. The Cup layout at Watkins is all about that style of racing. We then go to Catalunya for the GP layout at Barcelona, and then after that we head to Canadian Tyres to Motorsports. I know Hoffy's going to get very, very moist about that one. And then we're going to do the Silverstone Legacy layout. We did it a couple of seasons ago. It was an absolute blast. I really enjoyed that layout. Then we're going to head to Sebring for our Enduro for season 26 on round 7. Then we head to Suzuka for the GP layout. Hungaroring, we haven't been there before. It's been in iRacing for a while. I'm expecting that to be a tight, twisty circuit that we all know it is, and that'll be a short race as well. And then we're going to finish the course at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in Montreal, which lines up with the first round of Scops. So definitely going to be an exciting season 26. It is not far away. Entries for season 25 drivers and race control guys, that closes at 11 p.m. on the 20th. So that is next Thursday. So here's the kicker. Everybody needs to get their entry in by next Thursday. By 11 p.m. on Thursday, if I don't have 150 drivers out of our existing list, we will be racing 3 splits. So that will be a
So that means Bulldog will make split 3.
Correct.
Bulldog will make split 3. So we need people to nominate. We need people to nominate.
Exactly. Thank you, Rob. You see where I'm coming from. Someone gets it. Yeah. It will be.
We can put him in his own split. He can be on his own full.
It'll be a major shake-up again if we go back to 3 splits. And then we'll have to sit down and have a think whether we just trust our ranking system to work those 3 splits out, or whether we then go back to doing pre-qual for everybody. There's some big decisions to be made by the committee and management if we don't get the 150. Of course, we get the 150, we'll cap the splits off at 55, which means with the current wait list, if I have 150 at 11 p.m. next Thursday night, everybody on the wait list gets straight in, and everybody who hasn't entered misses out. So if you do not want to miss out next season, get your entry in. And, there's quite a few teams and quite a few names, and even my own team's got a couple of names missing that need to get themselves sorted and very quickly, because I don't want to go to 3 splits if I don't have to, and I don't want to be in a situation where I've got people sitting out. And in saying that, we already have another new driver put his name down tonight on the wait list. So it is growing quicker than we can poke a stick at. So be very, very careful, because if you don't want to miss out, you need to get that entry in. That's all I'm going to say. It's not my job and not the committee's job and everyone else's job to run round and hold everybody's hand and say, get your entry in, mate, get your entry in, get your entry in. You should all know by now it's bang, bang, bang. Price is the same. We've left it at $35 still. I think that's bloody brilliant. We've been at that price for over 3 years, which I think is fantastic. The way we've got things set up and the way it's all running. Particularly, I know there's a cost crunch and everything else going on, and that's why we're conscious of what we're doing with all that. So just get your entries in, is all I'm going to say. Let's don't want people to miss out and then get to the stage where I've only got the 150 entries or less than 150 entries, and we make the decision to go 3 splits, and then I'm going to cap it at 165 if we go 3 splits because I think 55's too many already. I'm banking on people being away, which brings it back to somewhere in the 40s. But, if we ever did get that 55, it's going to be a bit of a clandestine fight. And then I don't want to put it in a situation where we've got more drivers than that in a split because then we've got RC and pit issues and everything else. So, we're already running close to capacity when we run 4 splits for 200 drivers. But, what I'm saying is there's 89 drivers out there in our league at the moment that have not put an entry in. So, it's a fair walk out if that's what the story is. That's fine. I get it. But if that's not but if that is the story, come and tell me that's the story. But if it's not the story, don't get upset if you miss out. That's all I'm going to say. I'll leave it at that one. Any last words from you boys?
Are we going to have a look at where we're up to in the championship again, John?
Yes, we are. Thank you, Hayes. There's a reason why you're such a good co-host, mate. We'll bring up the championship scoring system there. I'm not sure why that's moved sideways, but we'll take it anyway. We'll leave it at that. So Steve Williams, even though he missed this round, he's done so well with everything else that he's done. It didn't really cost him much. So Steve drops a couple of points back. So Abel still sits in second. He didn't manage to catch up too much on that battle. We then have Yusuf sitting in third, so that is a great result for him. He's still there. Wilco, you are equal third with him now. So that is a good result. That is a good result for you and Yusuf. So you're both knocking in there. Simon Black, who missed this week, he's still sitting in fifth. So I think we start drawing in, if we do have our 200 drivers still, if we start drawing in our promotion list, you'll be scraping on the edge of that, Blackie. Pete Morris is knocking on the door. He's only 4 points behind Simon. Darren Freer is in 7th. Michael Hayes in 8th. Pico in 9th. Pete Kelly in 10th. O'Neill in 11th. Walden 12th. 13th is Baldock, starting to fall like a stone. 14th is Dougie Wright. 15th is Timmy Vermey. 16th is Rob Williams. 17th, Darren Friend. Greg Shelton 18th. 19 is Slater. Hall 20. Van Ree is 23. He's back on the sheet. Woo! Winning. Anyway, that is where the championship is at now. In saying that, 2 rounds to go. That's got that actually has 2 drops in it, not 1. Apologies for my typo. I should be better than that. Has 2 drops in it.
So after next round, it's locked in, right? There's no more dropped rounds. So the final, the 10th round is points are done.
Yep.
It will happen.
Yep. That's where I'm going. That's what's happened to that. That's where I'm going with that. So, yeah. So, round 9 is your last droppable round. Round 10 for the championship. And I'll explain this one. For the championship, round 10, you cannot drop. But when we do the driver rankings, round 10 comes into play. So, round 10 would be dropped out of your 8 best races for the ranking system. But for the championship, round 10 is no drops. And for the first time, we are doing a sprint race to finish off the season as well. So very, very interesting. And of course, sprint races, 2 compulsory pit stops. You may get the race done on 1 set of tyres. Or you may, 1 tyre change. Or you may do 2 tyre changes, however you do your fuel. But safety cars and other things come into play. We are racing at Sachsenring. It is a tight little twisty DTM circuit. It's one of the best circuits East Germany has to offer. Getting a track guide done by Gunther. So looking very forward to it. But yeah, I've got a feeling it's going to be a track of tears when we race there. So keep an eye on that one. I think it was going to be East Germany's version of Winton. Anyway, we're all going to race there. It's all for points and it's all going to count. So that was a good call, Wilco. Anyway, any last words?
So quickly, since I've got you, and I'll ask a question the question that no one else has asked yet.
Yep.
what constitutes a stop? So is it 1 litre? Is it car up on jacks, or what's the minimum?
What constitutes a stop?
For a 2-stop compulsory.
Yeah, what constitutes a stop is the car goes up on the jacks.
Then that's fuel, right? That's 1 litre of fuel, so the lowest you can put in.
Half a litre.
Half a litre. Okay, cool.
Half a
Okay.
litre.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's the last you can put in.
Yeah, for you, Wilco, that's 5 litres of fuel. For everybody else, you can put it on to 0.5 litres.
Actually,
I'll find a way to abuse the system, don't worry. It's all good.
No, 0.5 for everybody else. 0.5 litres, you can set it up. But 5 litres for you. Yeah.
Okay.
You got it?
I
Yeah.
understand.
Just want to be fair to everybody, except for you.
yeah,
Yeah.
just what he's trying to do is shuffle the decimal place. That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah. I was surprised you didn't go to 50. Anyway,
Yeah,
I've got to go.
We can talk in the week how to set that up with a little button if you want.
And do I hear any
Okay.
higher? I've got 50. Do I hear any 50? Do I hear 60? Do I hear 65? 65, 65. Do I have 70?
I've never burnt 60
What's it
litres.
worth to you, Wilco? What's it worth to you?
Not much.
Depends where you are in the
I
championship.
spent a week with your brother. It's not worth much at all, mate.
So on that note,
Good play,
we finally
good
got
play.
on that note we finally got the answer tonight. Who is the better backstop? That has been a
Yeah, I've
question
just
of
given
time.
everybody the big tip.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
got to be fair. Good on you. And then look, I got to say thank you very much for my dad jumping on. I don't think everybody else realised how special that is for my brother and I. Such a great guy.
Yeah, that Bob's good value. It was very enjoyable.
Yeah, well, him on all the time, actually.
You know what?
Peter,
He is the better Baxter. He is the better
Yeah.
Baxter.
Yeah, there we go.
100%.
That is the
Never
answer.
a doubt, Rob.
Yeah, on that note, we might wrap this one up. It has been an absolute pleasure again coming on a Friday night to give the Split 3 Chook raffle. Getting towards the end of season 25. Talked about season 26. Looking forward to it. And of course, I would like to say a huge thank you to everybody out there in the chat. Great to have you guys along for the journey. Plenty of banter going on, of course, as we always have in YouTube. And of course, a huge thank you as well to Mark Dial, Michael Hayes, Mick Power for coming in towards the end. Same thing with Wilco and Rob Baxter. Great having you boys in. And of course, that's what makes this work, is having a good crowd in to talk about what we've done. Not a very busy cheat sheet, so it was good. Plenty of banter tonight, and we kept it Bulldog free, so I'm pretty impressed by that as well. On that note, though, we'll wrap this one up, and we'll see everybody again next week. Thanks for watching.
Have a good night.
Hey guys.
See you.
Yeah, good night.
Racing the RaceKraft PT1 custom-built full chassis racing simulator. The design project, codenamed The Cage, an 80/40 extrusion chassis sitting on top of a Sigma Integrale DK2 Plus 4-point full motion actuator system. No compromises in the cockpit of the PT1 simulator. To maximize the experience, we start with a 49-inch ultra-wide monitor for the greatest field of view in a small footprint of the simulator, down to the SimuCube wheelbase that's tucked up and behind the monitors with SimCore extensions to get things out of the driving area. Everything is connected to a Cube Controls GTX steering wheel with the built-in dash and all the extra button functions available at your fingertips. Driving through the Raceworks S1 pedals, the potentiometer throttle and the 2 hydraulic pedals for brake and clutch ensures you maximize the feel underfoot, and seating yourself into an OMP HTER bucket racing seat with OMP belts connected to a G-belt tensioner to provide that extra feeling and the heightened experience while you're driving. Additional interfaces and accessories in the PT1, we have twin butt kickers, one on either side of the OMP seat, as well as a Jinx sequential shifter, the SimPush Race Logic timer to the left-hand side, a RaceKraft built-in WinSim kit with Philips Hue lighting and a built-in soundbar, plus the OMP side net to finish off the experience in the PT1. The RaceKraft PT1, build number 1. the ultimate in sim racing experience, combining the best products in the market with the passionate, no-compromise approach that goes beyond racing simulation.
Yeah, we worked in